Greetings, everyone. Ah, so today I'll be playing Pyre, a Supergiants game. Awesome game. I think I've only finished it once. Um, as per usual, Supergiant Games soundtrack is amazing, and it seems to be the most odd of their like 4 games. The other ones being Bastion, Transistor, and then yours one Hades. Whereas like those other 3 focused a lot on like I guess more traditional combat in a sense, like for their genres of games. This seems to be more for like sport type of game, where it's like a 3 versus 3. I don't know what you want to call it, basketball, soccer. Like a sport of some sort, like a traditional old sport. I can't remember too much about the story at all. Um, but we'll get right into it. Yeah, but awesome game. It is probably my favorite out of the 4, but I've not done much of Transistor. I have finished Bastion a few times, and I've never played Hades, but I've seen a lot about, I've seen a lot of gameplay of Hades. So we'll get into it. These are my old saves, I guess. It must have been maybe a couple of years since I've last played. So I'll go to a new profile. And what did my taskbar come up? It's not on the stream, but what is happening? Come on. Well, it really didn't like me clicking new profile. I don't want to rush through the story. Subtitles, don't need aim assist. I'm using mouse and keyboard. A lot of people prefer a controller. It does seem to be very controller heavy, but I've always preferred mouse and keyboard for like almost every game I play, with maybe the exception of Rocket League. Okay, well apparently I haven't finished the campaign. So I guess maybe I haven't fully finished the game. I've definitely got an ending, but there seems to be multiple endings and even endings after the first ending. Sort of like a post-game ending. Interesting. Alright, let's commence. I'll just keep it on standard. Yeah. Pilot. And of course, I'll be keeping quiet during like cutscenes and most dialogue options. Our trusty steed. Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Okay, so throughout this huge visual novel part of the game, there'll always be red words, and they are keywords throughout the game where you can always for an easy way for you to understand, which I think is like really really interesting because there's so much backstory and like there's a lot explained but a lot left to to theorize over, sort of thing. And you can always highlight these red words to show what it means. So the downside is a vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its victims and enemies. So the Commonwealth is, let's just say, like another. I don't know if you call it another world, but since this is considered purgatory, it's kind of like the Commonwealth is like where you live your happy life, and then this area that we'll be playing through is kind of like, will you redeem yourself or will you fail? And I guess we'll have to go and find out. The masked woman says, another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. Oh, there we go. Commonwealth, a proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups. So I guess it's a country. So you get exiled. Shows how much I remember of this game, not remembering all of this stuff. Must something. See, right on schedule. What did I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday, I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. I see you frowning underneath that mask. Look, she's breathing, says the masked man. The masked wanderers presume you are female. You can try to change this. He's breathing? Looks like they're breathing. Okay. So, that's nice. He. It seems he still is. Then stand aside, I shall send him to a better place. He's a he? Can you people just tell? Hang on, the markings on his rag. I think he's one of them. But look at him. He is beyond our help, and we are beyond his. Broken, shaking, starving, probably diseased. Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have at best an hour. Understood, I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns towards you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal. Nothing's here. You are parched and he gives you a drink. You ache and he binds your wounds. You hunger and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There, turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwin. Now, come on. Hedwin is one of the 3 masked wanderers who you find clinging to life in the downside. You sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through alabaster streets. Beckons me to enter the black wagon. Got no other choice, I will step inside. The weather-beaten wagon is much of a mess inside as out. You seek the masked woman and the talkative creature talking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back, and with a guest. She loosens the clasp on her mask. You may call me Jodariel. And as for myself, the small one struggles with his mask. Jodariel soon assists him. Ah! That is to say, you may regard me as the name of Rookie Greentail. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then mentions to the others. She glances at you sidelong and she speaks. Can he do it? Hope so, haven't asked him yet. What? Then what are we waiting for? Hey, chum, nice meeting you and all, but Tell me something. You know how to read or what? He's asking if you are a reader. Reader, one that can derive meaning from text. So it looks like there's a whole bunch of books, or maybe a book, or few books where only special people can read it. And of course, you are a reader. So I'll admit it. Well then, glory days. Because it so happens my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. Have a look. Strange book. One of several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you met seem very interested in them. Old Raymond's colourful robes and ceremonial masks adorn one of the wagon walls. Little bats. You can click on them. Odd creatures. Hungry-looking creatures roost near some sort of attic. There's nothing you can do for them now. Side door. Beyond lies the boundless downside. Even if you could run, you would not get very far. Rickety ladder looks like it leads to the wagon's centrifuge, judging by the gibbering creatures up there. So you can move around a bit. Closed door. The Black Wagon's common room must be back there, though you do not feel very welcome now. Lone minstrel. A figure sits still at the corner of the wagon. Now is not the time to check on him. Alright, you pick up one of the old heavy volumes bound in material you do not recognize. Forward, a formal welcome undersigned by the 8 scribes. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote the Book of Rights. That you possess it, and have capacity to clean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming in glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Eerie the toning of the year's first solstice. Seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of the 8 as they align as shown. I guess that's this picture here. Arrive at a tremorative clad in the raiment of the rites bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Oh, okay, that would have made it a lot easier to read, so that's nice. Let's go. The book describes a complicated method at which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as headwind gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out.
Reader, dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
It worked. So it is true. Yeah, but what now? Where'd the reader go? He should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in him. He could abandon us. He won't. Look upon the three of them from beyond as Headwind then calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die on the downside. And now I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom, you focus all your mental faculties to do as Headwind asked.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh.
So this is the gameplay part of Pyre.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves. The three must act as one.
Only one exile can move at a time.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes, the exile Rookie has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished.
Rookie's banished for now.
His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours. The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you. Cast your aura like a stone.
Holding right click, I can shockwave.
Done. Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength. Thus sails the orb into the waiting flame. Now snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns.
You can also throw the ball in, which is really nice, and it doesn't banish the
Another banishment.
what are they called? The right. The guys that do the rights.
Headwind through it.
Each size of the characters depends on how many points they can score.
The orb.
So Headwind does 20, Rookie does
That was the last of them.
15, I think. I'll pick it up.
Headwind's aim was
And Jodariel does 30. Yeah, so it's just, 100, whoever gets there first.
stand beyonders.
You.
The rite is complete. There, dear reader. Now you understand. Or do you? This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead. I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars. Or what? Supposedly. Reader, come, let us regard the night. Jodario leads you outside where the clear night sky awaits. Now show us before the howlers catch our scent. Where shall the rites commence? So the rites is just the gameplay part that we were doing. Seek out our destination. Goal, the South Star. The South Star burns bright over a massive ridge of stone much further than the naked eye can see. 200 leagues due east, the Ridge of Goal. According to the stars, that's where the next rite shall commence. Great, and we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time if you make haste. Then we best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? Jodariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is good to have you aboard, chum. Good old Ricky. This fancy mustache. We're counting on you, friend. See you inside. Freedom, the rights are the key. It is a lot to take in. Downside Prairie. You arrive in Downside Prairie, where the road ahead is forked. There is a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. So there's choices you make during the story of the game. I'm telling you, we ought to take the northern pass. Got an associate hold up in Hollowroot. I've got to pay a visit too. Besides, fire on your associate. Best we head along Blooming Pool and avoid attention. And get stuck in the bog while we're at it. This dispute continues as Headwind listens for a while. What if the reader settled this? He marks our way. We get us there. If these rites are meant to test our faith, then we'd best learn to trust the reader's instinct on our path. No second guessing him along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure. If necessary. Then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. Now, which way do we go? So each different choice has different things. So he says he knows someone there. So you can get different items and stuff depending on which way you go. So like maybe the associate will give you like advice or an item or something, or the blooming pool might have like something else there. It I don't think it overly impacts because you're obviously choosing Jodariel or Rookie. I don't think it affects them like a visual novel or a dating sim, where they'll like you, hate you more. So just go with your gut. We'll go to Hollow Root, I think. We'll see who this dude is. Actually, I haven't played dating sim in a while. I should again at some stage. As you pass through the squalid little area, you hear boisterous voices coming from what looks to be a public house. Rookie stumbles forth from it, holding something in his paws. Hey chum, just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will you? We'll have to drop it off if we head further north. You receive a plain parcel. You cannot tell what's inside. This can be sold at the slug market. So it'll sell for 30. I forget what the currency is used in this. So yeah, there'll be a vendor later on and we can buy and sell things. Let's continue. Looks like a dragon. Breathing out smoke. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of Ridge of Goal. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. So before each rite, you can choose to go into the Black Wagon, which I would probably always suggest you, like if you want to speed through the game, you basically like just go through. But the story's always interesting. Whenever you come into the wagon, there'll always be a character that you can interact with, and you'll learn, about them and everything else. Seems to have something on his mind. Hey, Charm, appreciate you taking us through Hollow Root back there. About that, are you certain that parcel will fetch us an adequate price at the slug market? Surely surely we could surely we could have procured some sort of rare fungus had we gone the other way, which is probably what happens. The slug market. It's a crude trading post found in the downside. Much as I love the idea of procuring rare fungus there, Jody, we said we wouldn't go around second guessing our good chum's decisions, right? Daryl says nothing in response, but soon the subject changes the subject. Man, I'm tripping over my words. Nightfalls come along, Green Towel. We have much left to prepare. The two of them soon forget about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. Hedwin's cooking tins. What passes for cooking supplies in the downside, Hedwin does most of the cooking. And it says Hedwin's outside watching the sky. Greentail family portrait, a reasonable likeness to younger Rookie with his mother and uncle. He seems to be alive, though unresponsive. Drive imp. Creatures such as these have been bred to push the black wagon along. So that's what, moves them. There's actually all these imps. Oh, what does the book have? It was glowing. The first exile. In the words of Golathinian, the Master General. You know perhaps the three-cursed name of Soliamur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him in and around his country. Yet we found him in Solium Mur, a man transformed in body, mind, and spirit, a man deserving of much more than mercy. In time he named us all his scribes, and he became the eighth. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his story is to know the rights. I think that's all for now, so we'll get out here and start the game. We'll start the right. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set, however, everything is still and calm. Soon they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. If we traveled all this way for nothing, I don't think we did. Look up. The Gulliver tries to extinguish the other.
The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gaul at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others also clad in raiments, your adversaries in the rites. Everyone is ready. Let's hope so. Be still, we have a visitor. The one who she refers to steps forward. At last, the Nightwings grace us with their presence. I see that the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold, who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Lyndall again? I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. Lyndall, he is the apparent leader of the exile triumvirate you encountered at Ridge of Gaul. Never had I come so close to freedom only for you to dash my hopes. Now I and the accusers shall repay that affront. Exile triumvirate clad in gold, their leader harbors ill will for something he thinks you did. Shoves his mask back on and takes positions with his comrades. It's time for the shadows. It is time. From the shadows, you clutch the Book of Rites and focus at the task at hand.
First to be banished.
Damn. Slam dunk.
Flinging the orb into the flames like that. You elude banishment using such tricks.
Whoops.
Alas for Dodariel.
Can I remember the controls? Oh, he intercepted it. You can also like just throw the ball so you can try to do other things.
Alas for Lendl. Hedwyn flung the orb into the flame.
It gets really risky later on. No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accusers. Stand your ground. Let Horus boil your and rage.
It seems seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We're getting there, but they've hunkered down. Fine, then we shall disrupt their formation.
Have you any idea what that
Oh, now it's telling us to fling it.
deserve his exile?
This will get Joe Dariel involved. Yeah, 30. So, and then she can fling it the furthest as well. I was gonna say it does get a bit more risky to try to throw it in. This is of course like, you know, pretty hard to lose, even on the harder difficulty. Jump is E, is it? Let's jump. W. I would like to change that. Which I will right now. Let's make jump spacebar. Pass can be. Let's go with E. Why not? That's all fine.
And it is done. You have prevailed. Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory.
Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness, and next time we meet, you will rue the day.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Oh, nice.
Dariel has gained enlightenment.
Oh yeah, the more points you score with each character,
Can regain their freedom.
yeah, the more XP they'll get. And they'll all have different passives you can pick between. I've withstood worse nights than this, though few as strange. I guess I didn't use Hedwig at all. Headwind. Right, so mastery is enhancing a demon's strength and physical prowess, or enhancing demon's spirit and sheer force of will. So each tree is pretty different. So max level is 5, so you can pick like 4 things, I think it is, because your first one's at level 2, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think most times I've played, I've got like 3 from one side and then like the top of the other side. I think it just depends on what it is. So after using rush to lunge forward, she can rush again. So she can double lunge. That's nice. After saluting her adversaries, she can deal an additional 10. So it's like saluting is taunting. So you can taunt and then probably dive her in. 7 seconds, that's quite a long time. So like there's plenty of time. But of course you're left vulnerable if you stand there and, you know, flip him the bird or something. When landing from a jump, Jodoa briefly stuns nearby adversaries, making them drop the orb. That's also very good. She can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. So usually they would catch it. But yeah, they would die instead. Okay, so after banishing someone, she recovers all her stamina. She opponent gains +4 presence, raising the size of her aura. So the bigger the character, the bigger the aura, and you could have seen at the end of that last fight where the the opponents, when they get closer together and their auras touch, their auras increase. At the start, right? So if Jodariel's in the group, you'll have plus 35 health to your pyre. Any adversaries banished by Jodariel will take 30% longer to return. So I think I like this side more. I'll probably take the this increased presence, then greater banishment, then probably long stride.
The demon scribe bestows his favor.
And I didn't use Ruku much. After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon, in the still night sky, you see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onwards.
Smadonashe.
Deliosta.
Consilta vidias.
Consilta vidias. Ligeratus. Qui sentirna. Subterras. Rafacitas. Peleosunta.
Sima quadre.
Certavase.
Guron salashe.
Gratiam.
Pisat frati. Esa. Ah. Moliocean. Assim pedar. Se fam.
The climate here in Jamila Valley is hot and uncomfortable. On top of that, we have a stowaway. Home? Can we go home? Says the girl. She must have latched onto the undercarriage as he crossed the ridge. Her manner is odd, though you sense she means no harm. He must have overheard some of your fellow exiles' conversations. You need but say the word, Hedwin. Come on, you can't be serious, Jody. She's just some kid who managed to climb aboard our wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. Oh. She approaches the girl and looms over her. Listen to me, girl. We cannot guarantee that we shall get you home, or any one of us, but at present we have room for you, and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for the time. Jodario leaves without waiting our response, presumably to make room in the wagon for your new guest. The stowaway is overjoyed at this. Really, you are so kind. You are the most kind to someone you just met, like me. May the 8 scribes smile upon you all. She claps her hands and bursts into laughter and performs some sort of dance. Rookie stares at all of this and leans in close to Hedwin. Hey, so what gives? First the reader, now we're taking her along? What we're gonna take in every might bin drive imp we find now too? Easy, Rookie. I think he'd want for us to bring this one along. Who? Sandalwood? I thought you said he asked we find someone to fit every type of mask. Near us, I can tell, yours would fit her just fine. Sandalwood, the apparent name of the mysterious informant of Hedwin, Jodariel, and Rookie. So it looks like they have a whole bunch of masks. So you'll eventually build up a big team. And since there's only 3 per right, you'll have to pick and choose who you want. So I guess then it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to share the XP or not. He asks that we use our best judgment. Besides, we send her away, she'll go telling anyone she finds about us. We can't risk that right now. So can I come in? It's very hot and I'm a little thirsty and a little tired too. Yes, you're welcome here with us. One question though, what do we call you? Well, this is embarrassing. I don't think I think, but I don't know for sure. It's just back home they called me lots of names. Like for the color of my hair. They made fun of you just because you got grey hair? That's it, my name rhymes with grey, my name. They just called me lots of names. Since the girl is struggling to recollect a certain name she felt best suited her. Oh. May, Kay, Faye. Faye sounds nice. Day, Zay, Shay, Ray. What else is there? Lay, Che, Nay, Tay, Zay, Gay, Bay. Call it Bay. Did like Faye. She looks like a Faye. Go with Bay. This one cannot possibly be right, can it? Gay the Grey. Could be a Zay. Might be a Lay. J, perhaps not. I didn't realize they had different little things. Does she? So they all just question it. There's no of that you have no doubt. Well, that's the most... there was another one that was like pretty certain. She could be named A. Could be a common. Yeah. Perhaps as well. Go with Bay for the memes. Hi, that's it. My name is Bay. Where I'm from, they call me Bay the Bloodless. But I guess maybe you don't have to say that part because I didn't really like it. Maybe the Bay like name the something changes depending on what you pick. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember what I picked last time. Your fellow exiles decide to bring Bay along. For now, she is the most she's almost collapsed from exhaustion. So you take her in for now. Take her in and show her somewhere she can rest. The Black Dragon arrives in a somewhat peaceful stretch of Jamur Valley. Your companions wish to hold up here for the night to give Bay and all you a little time to rest. Let's check the wagon. Let's talk to Bay. Bay seems to be recovering well since you found her. She seems fascinated by everything and everyone in the wagon. Oh, hi, mister. Are you the one who knew my name? You guessed right, you did. Thank you for your hospitality. I've just been eating with the imps and talking to the wagon. Okay. This wagon, he and I are the same age, almost to the very day, but I am older by 3 weeks. So I'm giving him a hard time. Nah-chan. Little brother, I call him. He has a good wagon, isn't he? He will take us very, very far. My little brother, sure, he pulls at my hair sometimes. Pulls at my hair at times, and I don't like it very much, but he is family, and I'm happy to be here with my family. I thought that I had lost them all again. I thought I had lost them all. Oh, but we have stopped now, haven't we? Then I should go outside to dance, in case the scribes are watching. Scribes, some revere them as gods, believing they bound themselves to exiles so they could live free, so that others could live free. Bye, mister. Smiling back at you, she prances out the door. Oh, this door's open. In the common room, you may review various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths towards enlightenment in the rites. So I guess since Bay hasn't done a rite yet, we can't see her stats. And then I guess eventually you will. Yeah, you can ask them and figure out what they've done. He still didn't tell us what he did, even though he said he would. So demon, race cur, yeah, doggo. Oh, look, his little paw. So yeah, there's some very interesting characters you'll meet and fight or have join. Alright, let's consider our options. Fellow exiles are taking a moment to unwind. Jodario motions you for you to join them. Best get used to our new life here, reader. We seldom get such moments of reprieve. Perhaps some further study of that book shall pass the time. You could join me for a little stroll if you're feeling up to it. Up to it. Always something to be foraged around here. Or could teach us more of what you know. Prepare us for the next rite. In any case, we do what we can to stay busy. Keeps the sense of isolation well at bay. Alright. Vacations. Way to make yourself useful during occasional moments of free time. So I'm pretty sure a mentor or companion is to increase their stats. Then if your rank rides more quick. Oh, okay, that increases their XP, I think. Study in private. Hone your skills as a reader. So I think you can do like little tests, like practical tests, and gain bonuses. Or yeah, just search for stuff to buy. Um, hmm. Study a book. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rides with undivided attention. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Attribute bonuses to bestow all of your fellow exiles who participate in the rites. +1 glory, so it's grayed out though. For each point in glory reaches how much pyre your exiles deal to the adversary. I guess it's how much damage they do. So all of these are 0 out of 2. So I guess you can only do this section 8 times, otherwise it's a waste. What's wisdom? Oh, hope. I was reading wisdom. Yeah, so that's what Ricky had for talking about his mustache. Faster, bigger presence. Hope seems really good. Concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, such as you understand them thus far. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. All Nightwings gain +1 hope. Let's continue. Path leaning further west splits off, and once again your fellow exiles turn the choice where to go over to you. Bay seems enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. Okay. Glue Hive, the north route across Jammu Valley, passes the remains of the Hive Titan. Okay. Is that teeth there? So is that like used to be a giant being or something? 4 flat. The south route across the Jammu Valley is riddled with barren rock and bone. Travel this path shall be as swift as Jammu. Oh, okay, so speed, strength, which is probably presence. So I'll go with that. Speed seems pretty good though. We'll go north. Bay is behaving stranger than usual as you pass through the dry flats of Glue Hive. The scribes, I think they're here. I think that they were here. You cannot feel their presence in the sand and in the air and all about. At first you pay little heed, though later you observe your fellow exiles seem to be in a bit better spirits than before. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest that did everyone good. Yeah, +1 presence. Alright, that was correct. Let's go! We're off to next. It looks like a scorpion hit with a bowling ball. En route to the spring of Jammu, you hear all about the roving slug market, which appears to be nearby. Rookie insists you take a look after you settle in. Alright, we finally get to go to the vendor. We'll see. Talk to Edwin first. Motions for you to join him. While his manner is easygoing as ever, you sense he is searching for the right words for what he is about to say. You ask, why did I get thrown here? Oh, finally. So I figured to tell you the others know. I was on the blood border for several years, an outrider, no real rank, but a pretty important job. Whenever the harp swooped in, it was me who raised the alarm. So blood border. The northern edge of the Commonwealth is flat and vulnerable expanse. I got like Attack on Titan sort of in my head when I read that. Whenever the harp swoops. So harps are a winged race, also known as high wing remnants. At the war with the Commonwealth. So big winged creatures or something, I guess. One day the harps came without warning, no alarm, it was a slaughter. So I heard, because I wasn't there. I was with one of them. Look, that's a story for another time. The point is, they branded me Hedwin the Deserter before they sent me here. I didn't want to fight. I abandoned my post, my friends. They paid dearly for it. I ended up down here. He looks at you and his smile reappears. It's not something I like to talk about, as you can tell, but I know that you'd be wondering and you deserve to know. I made a promise to you earlier when we first met that you'd go free, as well as any of us go free. That promise might not carry that much weight, I guess, coming from a deserter. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for hearing me out. There's not much good here in the downside, but at least the past is behind us. He leaves you there to consider his words. Alright, so I guess it just updates. The Last Emperor, the words of Galathinian, the Master General. How do I change pages? Ah, okay, it's the glowy bits. How many nations did we scour in the name of Solium? How many centuries tell before our spears and blades? Such questions matter less to me. Oh, it's following the mouse. Fancy. Shiny. The questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legion swelled across the land, and our dominion grew. The Emperor Solium paid us all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legion relished the autonomy. We did not know that the Emperor cared nothing for his legions nor his people. He cared only for that which before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. Man, Supergiant Games, they're like so lore heavy. It's like great, all of this, all of their games and their stories. It's like it could easily have been like a really good non-fiction book, but you wouldn't get that awesome soundtrack with it. So we'll go out. We'll go to the market, Slug Market. Hey guys, how's it going, Mr. Greentail? It's been a while and all that. Hey, Ron. I don't know if I could be bothered doing a voice for all of them. I actually put effort into doing voices. Say, how come you set up shop all the way out here? Isn't this a little out of the way? Oh well, let's just say you ain't my only customers. You see, Dad and I, we know this business pretty good. We've been around the block, and so, as Ron keeps blathering Ricky signals to you in a furtive way. Run. So is his name? I'm pretty sure Dad is the big red dude. Here's the deal, chum. Got an informant that says there's something here connected to this rights business. See if you can spot it. Should be able to pawn some of our stuff to make a trade. And so don't even worry about Falcon Run. So anyways, you got something for me? Or what? That plain parcel you get there. I could take it off your paws if you want. Proceed. Hey, you know, I'll take it, Mr. Greentail. Though you drive a pretty hard bargain. Now you're gonna take something off my hands here or what? Mooncrest. After being banished by an adversary, the bearer has a chance to return immediately, so a 30% chance to respawn instantly. What are these other ones? Can't afford them. 200? Is there any way to see like how much, like what the currency is called? Sol. Okay. I guess I'll take it. I feel like I have to. That's one of a kind thinger you just got there, you know? And you got yourself a real good deal from me as well, so thanks. Now we can equip it. Apparently any one of us bozos can get a little edge out there with that thing during the rides. Just as a question, who gets to try it out? So they're called talismans. I feel like Joe Daryl would be best because she takes the longest to spawn because she's the biggest. So the chance of her coming back instantly would be better. Anyway, Dad over here, his feet, you know, we've been having some trouble with his feet. Getting real something or other from all the hoofing around. And so, you see, indicates that you now would be a good time to depart. Ah, I want to chat with Ron. Interact to ask him to please be quiet. I don't want to do that. See you, Mr. Greentail, and your friend there too. I like him. Seems real nice, you know? Let's go. As you complete preparations for the rites to commence, you notice Bay approaching. Ah, she's wearing your companion's raiments. We can go home? Bay, I thought I made myself quite clear you were not to touch those robes. I'm sorry, Mr. Daryl. I thought that maybe you were being funny at the time. Unbelievable. Hey, something's happening in the night sky. I think we're up. It's one massive scorpion.
Reader, what brings you to the spring of Jomir? Why, it must have been the stars. Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3. The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch. Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
The sky burns bright once more as your next adversaries in the rites approach. Their apparent leader is a bent old cur who regards you with a formal bow. At his side is an intense young man. Dalbert, the old cur. I hail you, exiles of the Nightwings, and am grateful that you chose to grace us with your presence once again. I am called Dalbert Oldheart, and this is my son, Alma. We need not greet them, father. We shall face them in the field tonight, night, and may the victor's pyre burn eternal. But first, we offer you a token of good faith, and to show, in show of our appreciation of the Nightwings have returned. He approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motives are insincere as he hands you a small talisman. Free item. +2 quickness. That girl is very kind, and his son, he is so caring, wasn't he? When can we start? I want to help you beat them. We need 3 of us exactly to conduct the rite. But we've got 4 now besides the reader. This ought to be his call. If someone is to stand aside this time, I volunteer. No volunteering, chum. It ought to be the reader's call, remember? Very well then, reader. Who shall it be? Shall we not have Hedwin?
Shall conduct this rite.
Well, he doesn't want to be there, so maybe I'll spare him. I do like Joe Dariel. She is very cool.
Joe Dariel.
As you will. Doggo. So I guess we'll leave Hedwin out. He wanted to do it. What is the speed? Man, I could make Bay just as quick as him. Give it to Bay. Don't have to tell me twice, chum. And Bay. Oh, me? Thank you for believing in me, because I think the scribes do too.
The choice is cast.
Hey, I'll have other chances. I think you did the right thing. So maybe when you put him in, he might have something witty to say. Nightwings, I trust you are well prepared, for these old eyes yet see that the rite shall be commencing momentarily. Are you quite ready too, my son? I hope so, father. Here, now let me show you.
Commence.
I wanted to dunk it in.
Albert banished. How very sad for the fate. Shall it be? Indeed.
From downtown.
A swift recovery.
Oh, I missed it. Oops. Oh.
Oh, poor old Dalbert.
I did it again. Why? I don't think they can actually get it.
Alas for Alma. All of the fate gone.
Oh, I got it still. I didn't charge it all the way, but that's all right. Look forth, my son. The waters of Joma many main bring blessings unto us this eve. Perhaps our chance has come at last. Sixth of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Brave, or the Alpha Chief. We need more than blessings to prevail against them, Father. Please keep fighting.
A boon come from the stars
Oops.
themselves.
Pass.
But shall it be enough for Dalbert and his faithful son?
Haha. Oop.
Quite an exchange.
Sniped. Let's go. More stamina. Oh, they killed each other. Oh, I thought... Oh, okay. Oh, I must have no stamina to jump.
They banished. None left unscathed. 'Twas flung
Dunk.
right in.
Oh, 31. Gonna be off by 1.
That's it. All banished. Such wherewithal.
Maybe I am using Joe Daryl too much.
Ceremony.
Oh,
The fires of his
sneaky. Switch.
the orb.
Yeah, infinite stamina, let's go.
And it is done.
Go, rookie.
The Nightwings prevail.
I almost feel like
Was a
calling him
glorious
Grookey.
performance, I must say. Perhaps you shan't be quite so fortunate next time.
It seems we have prevailed. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I wonder what will happen to the Fate. They seem so nice. So the Fate was the other group. Exiles of the Nightwings. The dawn is yours, and may you earn your freedom. My father, the dawn might have been ours. We failed. I have failed you. Does he have a dog nose, or is it just painted? I think it's just painted. Nonsense. We are the Fate. We do what is ordained, and nothing else. Now let us go, my son, for I am weary once again.
There is much to learn from this experience. It seems the exile rookie opened up his eyes a bit.
Old Greentail's got some bite in him yet. Agility and fortune, or relentlessness and fervor. So I guess, yeah, damage. An extra 5 when he sacrifices himself. He can snipe further away. Banish adversaries. His aura, the blast, can banish nearby adversaries. Like a ripple, I guess. After plunging to the adversary's pyre, Ricky soon returns, rather than remaining banished. That's interesting. So you can dunk with him many times, and he'll always come back. Ricky can do a second jump while airborne. Nice double jump. After he's banished by an adversary, Ricky has a 50% chance to return in 1 second. When sprinting, accelerates faster than usual. Can jump a second or a third time while airborne. Interesting. So I guess it's, yeah, how you really want to build your different characters. I think I'm pretty standard. Whenever I do mine, it's just like I would probably rather have speed for Rookie, like tankiness for Joe Dariel, all-rounder for Faye and Hedwin.
A blessing from the Alpha Chief himself.
And she still has a while to go to level up.
Until
Same with
the
Hedwin.
stars align.
Would you excuse me for a moment, do you think? You're one of them. What do you want? Father needs me. Sorry, I think I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so embarrassed. What's the matter with you? It is against the rights for us to even speak like this. I did not know that. I don't think. No one said anything like that to me, but then all this is very new to me, and so I thought maybe you cannot be serious. Yes, I mean, I like to laugh. I like to laugh a lot, and you know, how about you? Ooh. This is a Nightwing's trick. Father told me not to speak with any of you. But I have to go. Wait, Alma. I think that was your name. Was that even your name? Oh. Someone's got a crush. As you return to the wagon after defeating the Fate, you notice Jodariel tense up and frown. Where did he go? The sleeping guy? The minstrel, he's gone. You see, it is true. There is no trace of the lone minstrel who had been lying still in the corner of the wagon all this time. You joined the others for search for him outside. Your fellow exiles have revealed nothing to you of the lone minstrel, or how they found him, though you sense their concern as they scour the vicinity for him. We'll worry about the minstrel, my friend. You worry about the stars. Wherever they guide us, we're going. Let's check. This one? There's nothing else around. I guess not. So we're here, right? Yeah. So, Hob? The Midnight Star. The Midnight Star burns bright over the standing stones at the edge of flagging hands. Giant skeleton. Everyone, we're heading back east, all the way across the valley, towards the cairn of Hub. That's right, we have to risk it. What if that minstrel guy doesn't turn up by then? We shall find him on this night or another. Continue searching for some time, however the minstrel is nowhere to be found. After having bested the Fate in a rather one-sided contest last night, you find Hedwin off on his own. You sense he wants to talk about your decision to exclude him from conducting the rite. I guess we'll have some tough choices to make before all this is over, my friend. Just been thinking about that. I'm glad you let the others go instead of me during the rite. I mean that. All the more since we succeeded. I don't know what's more intense, participating in the rite or just watching from the sidelines. Anyway, thank you for checking in. I'm off to make sure we're ready to move. He departs to check on things outside. You sense he has no misgivings about what transpired, and is more concerned at present about the missing minstrel. Bay's scribe catcher. Bundle of sticks. Bay insisted on hanging in the rafters. She believes it brings good fortune. It's kind of like a I guess like a dream catcher. I don't need to check up on the other stuff, so let's continue on. There is still no sign of the lone minstrel, although Jodariel tracks potential signs of movement east, the same way you are heading. Consider where to search for him. I guess we'll have to make a choice. The north route across Jomo Valley passes the remnants of the Hive Titan. So it's the same two options. Jared believes the missing minstrel must have taken the same route you took earlier. Hedwin thinks the missing minstrel could have taken the route opposite to the one you took. So I took Grookey's... Grookey. Ah! This is in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Rookie's option the first time, and then it was just Bay for both options. I feel like I should take Headwinds because like I left him out of the fight last time. But Joe Darrell's probably correct. Go Joe Darrell. Why not? I feel like most people would have took the opposite path that they took the first time. As you make your way through the barren waste of Glue Hive, all there is to show for the missing minstrel is a deeper scowl on Jodariel's face. Blast, I felt certain that he would have taken the same route as this to the Spring of Gemma. It's alright, Jody. You could have gone anywhere. Likely there was nothing to be found either way. We should keep moving. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to your fellow exiles. He was there when they first discovered the Black Wagon, but they speak little more of it now. Okay, I'm glad she didn't get any negative stats. Stop the wagon. Wait, how come? Because of her. They're coming for us. We have to be ready. We have to. Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of the source of their concern. Nothing happening in the wagon, I guess? No. So it's only if there's a speech bubble or it's glowing or something. Prepare for the night. They're coming for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes. I know they do. What is she talking about? Howlers, lots of them. Then what are we gonna do? Howlers hasn't been like a thing we could read about. They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, Bay. We shall give them a reason to fear us well. We'll use the raiments and the books. Indeed. One of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It shall be like one of our rights. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. Hold it, mister. I was thinking of bringing her. She seems to know when they're coming. Please, you have to let me. The scribes, they will protect me. I know they will. Jodariel exchanges looks with Hedwin. Each of them nod as to signal their approval. I need a level Hedwin if he gets XP for this. Ah, okay. This is maybe a bit different. They're here. Oh, by the scribes, they're here. Fend off the howlers. No, I don't want aim assist. multi-shot. It looks like when it flashes, I can let go to instantly cast it. That seems pretty good. There's many more. Here they come. So I'm getting a lot of money from this. I didn't read what the objectives were. Is it over now? I think it is. Those poor wretched beasts. Spot something creeping towards her. What? A ferocious creature. Oh yeah, I was right. So that was that text. I didn't read it out loud, but it said when it flashes, if you let go fast enough, you can instantly release it. Howling subsides and your fellow scribes scamble out to check on Bay. You find her in one piece along with an unfamiliar little face. Screechy! Isn't he the best? Can we keep it? Kawaii. You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by Drive Imp standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive something, some meaning from his calls and screeches. The Drive Imp seems both excited and frustrated by something. You sense some pattern in the Drive Imp's screeches. He seems welcoming of this. Drive Imp seems to have history with your black wagon. You are beginning to understand him. Recognizes you as the new reader of the Nightwings. He is pleased to meet you. The Drive Imp seems satisfied to have gone through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you've learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other Drive Imps stare at him with something like reverence. You welcome him aboard. Can I talk to him again? Yep. See, the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. Your new imp companion seems very pleased to be in this wagon. Aww. He indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. He has no love of howlers. They know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. He looks forward to the road ahead with everyone and believes it shall be worth it. He's so cool. He seems to be saying he is happy to be back where he belongs, and he urges you to keep going. He bounds off towards his brethren settled in the wagon rafters. He is exiled 5. Oh, okay. So no matter who gets sent to the downside, it's forever. Moon touched. The Commonwealth never did know how to handle those who did not fit neatly into its mold. I think that's it. Alright, continue. Alright, we only got one choice, I guess. So that's where we're going. Lexand? No, thank you. An arid southern pass towards the ominous cairn of Hob. Hopefully I'm getting that right. Hedwin orders the wagon to a halt somewhere in the desolate sprawl of Jumer Valley. There's someone on the road, be careful. I figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak concealed the creature's figure. I didn't read that right at all. Then the imp rushes out toward whoever it is. The imp is very riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, though in an almost joyous way. Tizo. So Tizo is his name. It's good to see you, and you found the others, faster than I expected. The lone minstrel turns towards the rest of you. Hello, we have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I return as promptly as I could. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have. You had us worried there when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings had arrived. Had returned. Your client? Hi, Sandalwood. Here's your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. So what now? You continue down the path. That is why I am here. When we meet my client, we shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. My voice is getting a bit dry. Need a drink. But I mean to accompany you. Would that be alright? We'll look at each other. Welcome back, minstrel. You got a name? I am sometimes called Tariq, or Tarek. Probably Tarek. It is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. The lone minstrel returns back to the wagon with your fellow exiles. Time to journey onwards. The cairn of Hub is foreboding sight. It is here that your next route is soon to commence. Reader, if you have a moment, once we're settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon, at your leisure. Oh, vendor dude's here. What was his name? Ron. Stuck to the minstrel. His lute. Musical instrument with which he chronicles great deeds through songs. Oh, okay, so that's, I guess, like the jukebox. You can listen to the soundtrack in-game. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He is very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief, as you surely have a right to conduct. You have read something in the Book of Rites, which means you may know something of my nature. On the contrary, you do not know what he means. He soon senses this. Oh, it's like trying to burp and there's just gas coming out. Ah, forgive me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice I had served the Nightwings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. More book. Ah, I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens. in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend if only he could grasp it. Whispered in his ear that Kaelmer? What's that word? Kaelmer rope caller. I'm going to assume that's someone's name, or maybe one of the scribes. His elder and most trusted aide. With that I slew that man myself. He was a simple yet brilliant ruse, to draw the Emperor further still from his responsibilities and towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. It's drummed. The Lone Minstrel in his White Lute chronicled journey of Nightwings through song. Using it, you may hear glimpses of your past experiences across the downside. I won't listen to any of it for now. Let us go to the market. Hey guys, fancy running to you on this side of the sand. What can I do for you? Ron, how did you make this way ahead of us? Mr. Greentail, I can't give up all my business secrets, am I right? What I can do, though, seeing as you've been such good customers and all, is provide you a sample of a little something you might like. Here, check this out. Seeing as you brought that Mooncrest thing from me last time, why, I'm just thinking you could use this, and I got more if you want. Pinch of Stardust. Raises the rank of talismans +1. Thank you, Ron. Very generous. Interact with Ron to quiet him down. Do I want to do that though? No, I can hear him humming. I don't know if it's coming through the thing. Are these all the same? Rank 5, rank 10. I think 10 might be the highest. I'm probably wrong though. After banishing an adversary, the bearer gains +1 money or soul. Soul? Up to this many times per right. Oh, I could earn 10 gold. I knew I was going to call it gold. I'll just call it gold. That makes it a lot easier. I'm going to try to call it soul though. More Stardust +1. I'll buy this. Proceed. I could get one of these two. I don't think I'll need it. And meh about that. Headwind. You can be the money guy. Oh yeah, whenever you don't use a character, they'll get like I was gonna say rested XP. That's like an MMO thing. So like basically he'll get a bonus after using him if he gains if he doesn't get used, or she. So none of these have it, just only Headwind since I didn't use them last time. It's level 10. What's this one? Also level 10. Drag to a talisman to enhance it. What's this one? +2 quickness. It's only level 6 or rank 6. I'll leave it for now. Could probably rank up something later on. How much is it? 6. Why not? We'll grab a whole bunch. I know you're going to like that stuff, guys. It's pretty... Whoo? Or who? You know what I mean. Oh, it's pretty whoo! And if you want some more, now I know just the individual and his dad who can get it. Catch my meaning? Stop by some other time. Right, that doesn't sound sus at all. Tell your friends about us because I already told mine. Oh, what a great character. Um, we shall commence the rites. You and your fellow exiles gather around the sacred site known as the Cairn of Hob, anticipating the hour that the rites are to commence again. All is quiet for a time, and then, out of nowhere, charges a gangly cur. What sick music. He stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. That's Barker Ashpaws, a real piece of work. Just don't make eye contact. He's a troublemaking cur who thrills in the defeat of his triumvirates who stand against him. Oh, well, would you look at this slut? Even got one of our own, consorting with the Duke Leggers. You're a disgrace there, mate. You realize? It's good to see you, Barker. You're looking well. Didn't know you knew about the rights. Oh, yeah, I know about a lot of things, my friend. For instance, I know you're going to be very, very sad after we wipe the floor with you here. Don't you know whose back you scratched to earn yourself a spot in the high and mighty Nightwings? There, but I'm gonna make sure you regret it, because why not? Sounds good, sounds good. Oh, sad doggo. The Cur Barker laughs away as his pack stumbles after him. You hear them howling and cackling at the stars above begin to glow.
Welcome, dear reader, to the splendors of the accursed cairn of Haub. You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the dissidents. Even now they hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
As the stars shine down upon you, the pack of curs you stand against this night continue hooting and howling. Oi, come on, you lot. Let's boil some blood. Ricky pulls you aside. Does he not want to fight? Look, chum, I don't know how to say this, but I can't go against these guys. Just trust me on this one, okay? Make a mental note not to ask about his back history with Barker whenever time permits. Alright, Ricky, we can take care of him. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here who I would recommend. Do not be coy with us, Mitchell. Don those robes if you intend to stand with us. Oh, I did not mean myself. It's Tizo. The rights are not for me. I was instead referring to this little one. Ah, kawaii's! Creature wearing tiny raiment appears at the lone minstrel's side. Scree! Tizo seems to be volunteering to take on your adversaries. Oh, damn right. Observe, the imp knows the rights. He knows a great deal, so long the Nightwings stand together, he shall be at their side. Though you need not take my word for it. Tizo, our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Perhaps you might quickly show our comrades what you can do. Oh, I guess a little tutorial. He peers at me. You sense his connection to the rights as he awaits your guidance. Scrahi! Tizo seems excited to demonstrate some of his favorite tricks. Influencing Tizo may take some time to get used to. He is inviting you to try.
Another joins your ranks, and a mere imp
Oh wow, that went back into the same spot. Hold right click to implode. Rightio. Press T to proceed. Well done as ever, Tizo. So, Haub, I guess was the pronunciation that the what do you call him? Narrator used. Skrok. Happy to lend you his support during the rites. Who shall conduct the rites?
Who shall strive for freedom?
Oh, headwind.
Edwin.
Is she out again? Oh, she can instantly come back. Good old Tizo. Oh, Tizo's close to leveling up. So, Tizo.
Tizo.
He's got a big area. Jotaro's already leveled up. Bay hasn't though. So I might pick her. Spread out. Spread the love. Get everyone's XP up. I have to get her to score a few points.
Bay.
Shiru-sama?
Now.
Harahi! Ready to prove himself against the dissidents. How could you not pick Tizo in this option? Time's up, you swill. Come on, boys, let's get him. Need to make sure to kill him 10 times.
Glorious.
Easy, $3. That seems pretty strong, flying around. Alright, Headwind. More kills.
Didn't see it coming.
Oh, easy. Oh,
With considerable
oh I didn't get 20. Rip. I think I only need one more kill.
Bye, Barker.
Barker, Barker.
with force of will.
I needed Bay to score a bunch. What am I doing? Oh, how did I?
Far into the
Man, I'm surprised she didn't get banished then.
now for their pyre.
Oh, it didn't even reach. Dodge, nope. Oh, I tried to jump, but I didn't jump in time. No, you don't. Come on. Rip Headwind. Let's go, Bay. Oh, I can't jump. I ran out of stamina. Keep forgetting.
Sinners.
I didn't jump again.
All three Nightwings.
Oh no.
Beneath contempt.
Ah, rip. I'm too busy faffing around still.
Sublime.
Alright, only 11 more. Alright, you lot, that does it. No more fussing around, right? My boys and me, we're proper angry now.
Careful now. Your adversary Barter there seems rather fired up. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail yet again. Accomplished effortlessly, I might add. The rite is ended.
Ah, that ought to show 'em. Ha ha ha. He's so excited and prevailed in his first rite with your group. Well, well, I'd be a heaping ball of dung. But I just can't believe you shoddy lot showed us what for like that. My boys and I will have to take you just a tad more serious next time. Barker, barker. Till then, you're just sure to tell old Ricky Greentail that yours truly, he remembers everything, you hear?
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
Nice. I think I'm beginning to understand something of all this, my friend. What does he have? Skill and versatility, influence over his triumvirate. Him and his allies regenerate stamina. So I guess he's support. Twice as quickly. That seems pretty good. While bearing the orb, Hedwyn and his allies move with and past the orb more quickly. Hedwyn and his allies instantly return vanished allies by moving to where they fell. And cause banished adversaries to remain banished for 2 seconds longer. 50% more stamina, let him jump and sprint more often. Maybe that's what I've been doing, like a few times when I wanted to jump and I had stamina is because I'd been sprinting, or I just started sprinting or did like another action, so I was unable to do them. When power casting, or it travels wider and longer. Okay. If everyone jumps into an airborne adversary, he banishes them. Interesting. After Hedwyn douses the adversary's pyre, his pyre recovers up to 50% of the damage dealt. Interesting, so he can heal. That might come in handy. This, I think, is a bit better. If I can trust in my skill. Which I will probably go for, because this is just really good.
The Master General reveals his stratagem.
Or just the scribes, they whisper to me. They do, from time to time. A brief charge up time bore bait jumps or sprints is virtually eliminated. Oh, deafness and trickery, savage aggression and persistence. Right, so reading this one first. Slows nearby adversaries and power jumps further. Ah, right. Banished while jumping, she instantly returns to the origin of her jump. Brief charge up before Bay can cast her aura is greatly reduced. Frings faster, further. I wonder if that increases the amount of damage she does. Probably not. I think it would state otherwise. When saluting, her adversaries may automatically leap towards the orb if no one has it. That's interesting. I don't know what to think about that one. I haven't been saluting at all. I don't know what the key is. While grasping the orb, base sprints and jumps without using stamina. What? That's nuts. This is also good, but I think I have to get this Dark Vigor.
A devious trick from the rope collar.
Tizo. Tizo feels solemn respect for the rites in all their myriad complexities. What do you have, little guy? Power. Utility. Sprints or flies faster. Comes back faster. Bigger AoE. An extra 10. Wow, 25. So that would become better than Headwind and Bay. Sign. Instantly teleport to from their pyre. That could be both good and bad. If the aura stays out when you teleport, might be alright for like someone like Joe Dario to go through or something like that. If banished, Tizo automatically casts his Implode ability if he does not possess the orb. That's really good. And saluting his set turns into a faster moving howler or back. Banished. Tizo drops an improved moon sign. Well, that's always good because he gets banished all the time from his abilities. Is there one where like I pick 2 from each tree? Can teleport if banished, casts his implode. I like that. I'm gonna go for that. And then probably that and implodes in a bigger radius. That sounds pretty good.
'Tis the influence of the imp scribe. Until the next right.
Splendid was your guidance of the night. Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your follows. What? Your fellows are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find the freedom that you seek. Why am I here though? And why can I read the books? After prevailing over the dissidents in a decisive victory, you return to the wagon to recover from the night's ordeal and figure out how best to proceed. You're alright, Rookie? Think so, chum. I just need a little time. Didn't count on Barker being caught up in all this. You don't owe him your conscience. You'll sort things out with him, you always do. Do not wish to interrupt, but the dark of night is waning. Reader, would you join us outside? Please. You find Joe Dario and the lone minstrel gazing at the sky above the valley, which is beginning to grow pale. Let's go. Where to next? Well, it's obviously the big green one. Melith the Bogstar? Milith? All these fancy names. I'll have to wait for the narrator to say it out loud for me. The Bogstar bends bright over the fetid cavern in the flagging hands. It's a lot of eyes. Well then, it is as I feared. I had to press further north beneath the valley into flagging hands. The gloom-filled desolate region of the downside, beyond which lies the sea. Beach episode incoming. Ah, the scribes are watching over us. They will protect us wherever we shall go.
Gonna be there.
Had you been to the Flagging Hands, you would not say such things. The scribes have surely turned their back on that place. If I may, the bleakness of Flagging Hands shall wear upon you, to be sure. I urge for you to take what rest you can, for you shall need your strength upon the road ahead. Your fellow exiles agree to turn in for the remainder of the night. At dawn you shall have to press deeper into the downside. Rookie again, my boy. You can tell something is troubling Rookie, though he seems relieved to see you. Hey, chum, listen. I gotta level with you real quick. Remember Barker, don't you? Not exactly easy to forget, though believe you me, I try. Well, he's got me by the scruff. I've been down here a little while, as you can see by now, but Barker, he's been here longer. He's made quite the name down here. As for me, I needed help, you understand. I had a certain standard to uphold. So I figured he would be the one to ask. But then his familiar going to return. So what if I owe him though? Right, chum? I got people back on the other side, and just between us, we're loaded. I mean, rich! My little problem with Barker is soon it's gonna take care of itself. Just as soon as my people send the money through. I guess he does look pretty gaudy. Never quite looked at his attire. Oh, he's got a little like little bone necklace. What is it, like a gemmed? I don't know. I guess you call it a necklace as well. I can't remember what those little ties are called, unless they're just called ties. He's got a golden tooth. Interesting. Didn't notice that little feature. So I'm telling you right here and now, you don't you even worry about it. I'm sure everything on that front is going to end up real tidy real soon. With that, he scampers off before you can respond. It seems Rookie owes a debt of some sort. What is on the line exactly? You are unsure. No. Piezo's nest. Various scraps of lace things together with bits of ribbon and fabric topped off with a plush fish. I guess the fish is dead with the X in its eye. Blah, blah. Looks like he's got a little gut on him. Could just be the shadow, actually. Maybe they do. They seem to be stretching down, but when they're sitting down... Yeah, bleh. What about this one? Bleh. Oh, he does the same animation. Continue. Actually, before we continue, as much as I don't want to, I have to take a quick break to the loo. Be back ASAP. I'm back. Decided to get myself a drink while I was at it. So much talking, drying my throat out a bit. Come dawn, you find Hedwin and Jodariel assessing the current situation with the minstrel. Are you most certain? Aye, madame. I take no claim to the journey shall be pleasant, but it is necessary. Hedwin motions to you as they continue talking. Seems we'll have some work to do once we arrive in the Flagging Hands. Let's get going. Soon as you're ready. The sooner we get there, the sooner we can leave. Off we go. What is up with this thing? It seems to be floating bits and pieces of a old god or something. Maybe well, obviously each area is significant with something. I can't remember how many areas there are though. Because if it's 8 and there's 8 scribes, each region must be related to them in some way. Doesn't seem like anyone's in here though. Nothing of importance around. Alright, how to proceed? Where are we? Looks like toffee apples. And musk sticks. Delicious. Flagging Hand region proves as dismal as Jodariel indicated. The air is thick and foul. How far to the pit of Malith? According to the stars, and it's right. Alrighty. All the way across the marshlands on the coast. Reader, would you join me in the wagon for a moment? We have matters to discuss. They exchange looks and then turn to you. Go see what he wants. Hey, Green Orb. Thank you for your time, Reader. I have something for you. On behalf of my client, before you was an artifact called the Beyonder Crystal. An ancient artifact connected to the rites. You observe the shimmering crystal of sorts besides the Book of Rites. As you have surmised, the triumvirates you are to confront during the rites shall stop at nothing to prevail against you. They are prepared for this for quite some time. The Beyonder Crystal may help ensure that you're well prepared in turn. It is a resource now at your disposal, to be used at your discretion. Gaze upon it, and you shall see what I mean. Let's have a closer look then. Oh, okay, I thought I was going to bring us straight in. Shimmering crystal, inscribed with glyphs beyond your understanding. You look upon the shimmering surface of the Beyonder Crystal. Some of your senses fail, though you retain a hold over your consciousness. Interesting. An apparition appears before you, clad in the raiments of the rites, but incorporeal. I sense that you are not a total idiot, thank you. I'm glad. She reaches for the clasp on her mask. So the Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners? You must be the lovely Reader. Please, call me Sandra. She is a wraith, expelled for eternity within the Beyonder Crystal, and bound to serve the rites. We met briefly before when you first beheld the book, when you were stuck inside of it. I was among the phantoms your companies banished there, no doubt stroking their egos. You listened well enough to that damned voice. Now I suggest you listen to me well. The voice, described within the book, it calls to you during the rites, and reminds you of your exile. I am bound in servitude to you, along with any idiots whose freedoms happen to be intertwined with yours. I know the rights better than anyone. I soon can whip you into shape, but if you take advantage of my service... First I offer scribe trials to those friends of yours. If they can pass, it shall be worth their while and yours. Sandra's series of special challenges, custom tailored for each of your fellow exiles. I'm pretty sure some of these can be pretty hard. Secondly, my Beyonders and I avail ourselves for practice rights, so should you be so inclined. Or you could always come and chit-chat and briefly free me from my eternity of boredom. Let's ask her what's on her mind. I do appreciate the effort to make small talk with me, reader. Anything to break from the monotonous of staring into the void within this place. Not that I could see it if I tried. She laughs at this, or maybe herself. Certainly, I couldn't make talk with my fellow Beyonders, trapped here as they are with me. You might expect that we would all keep each other company. Beyonders. A spectral triumvirate banished for eternity, trapped within the rites. There is just one problem there, however. We're all sick of one another. She laughs again, but not as a joke, but instead at her predicament. I do exaggerate to some extent, but there is a certain truth in this. We have been stuck together long enough we have grown more distant rather than close. But I had best not wear out my wakum with the likes of you. I have long since done with all the others here. So carry on for now, and if those fools for whom to travel learn something, come bring them forth to me, and I shall see to they learn some stuff. Let's go for a trial. He looks like one of those... what? It looks as though one of those failures of yours is ready for a lesson in pain. Choose. It's Ricky. I think if you do pass, and I'm pretty sure it's only a one-time chance, they get a special talisman? You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Ricky. What the loudmouth cur? Well, I suppose that he is ready. Technically, though, I have a litany of reservations about him. But let us bring him forth. Soon Ricky appears in heed of the summons. Chum, what are you looking at me like that? Whoop. Get in the ball! I was yelling at like that. That was it the other day when I was playing Diamond. This Ralts would not get in the ball. Alright. What brings the what's the big idea? Is this some kind of trick you're playing, chum? The apparition Sandra then appears and unfastens her mask. Shut your snout and listen well, cur. You answer to me here. What? Nani? Your mouth runs quicker than those stubby little paws. You have much to learn if you have any intent to prevail in the rites. Let us see how you fare without the benefit of your trusted comrades, save for your lovely reader. Guess it's just you and me then, chum, wherever you are. Why am I lagging? Why is my frames dropping? Ooh. Oh no. No, go. Why are my frames gone? I can't believe I did that. got 4 chances. Ah, I can't get the thingy. Go! I'm assuming he doesn't disappear because there's only one. Oh, that was close. Man, my frames are still like gone. What is happening? Oh, I couldn't jump over. At least I went into the back corner. Well, ooh. One more. Just one more. I got blocked. Oh, nice. Gonzalez. At least that's what I think he said. That's how we do it, right, chum? It is, and you acknowledge likewise that you did not do it on your own, despite having to face my demon friends all by yourself. You passed my test, Kerr. Congratulations are in order, both to you and your lovely reader. Now, farewell. That Sandra kind of gives me the shakes. Know what I mean, chum? Hey, what's that you got? Hey, okay, yeah, you do. Legendary Talisman. After Ricky casts his aura, it lingers longer than usual, plus 200%. Because I don't think I've given him an item yet. I have not. There you go, chum. Exit. Continue. Yeah, continue. You find everyone feeling rather miserable. You sense just being in Flagging Hand eats away at one spirit. Only the Imptizo seems unaffected. Aw, man. Suffer alongside them. A moment, reader. There are several courses we may take through the Flagging Hands. If you choose to prolong your stay, it may be worth your while. I don't think so. I'm going to end up losing hope. However, your companion spirits shall likely suffer more. Yeah. The south route through the Flagging Hands crosses diseased and wilted plants. You can improve a talisman if you take a job here. The middle route through the Flagging Hands cuts straight to the Pit of Melith. Taking this fastest route. Cold Moat, the north route through a massive grave. You can get a valuable item here if you take the job. Money seems pretty good. If I'm gonna keep buying stuff. That inventory seems massive, and I've never had it filled ever, or even close. Maybe 10 items. if memory serves me correct. Um, improve for talisman though, or more talismans, because I'll eventually need a talisman for all my characters. But increasing talisman seems good. I'll do that. So what do you mean by take a job here? He's gonna give me a job here. The south route through the flagging hands is bleakness and decay. No one speaks, yet you sense despair encroaching on the minds of a companion. Any Tizos on it? Yep, alrighty. Later, you accompany the lone minstrel in pursuit of what you came to find. The bog dwellers of flagging hands are some of the only creatures that can stand it here, and even they just barely. This particular region is the agricultural heart of the area, but as you can see, there is little left to harvest. Perhaps, though, you can help them plant a stronger crop. Leads you to a sad little patch of mud. He leans down and speaks into the earth. Hail, O bog dweller. I have brought to you a reader. Please tell him what you need. Some sort of creature shambles forth. With broken hands, it points to a collection of foul seeds and simple garden tools. It is work familiar to you, and to your surprise, the soil is rich and fertile. Grains and other crops could grow. The planting job proves simple enough. It is almost a relief from all your travels. It is a modest effort on your part, yet the bog dweller seems elated. As such can be said of such a creature. It insists on paying you for your assistance. A dash of Stardust, +2. Seems good. Onward. Now all I have to do is not get banished. Little kick flip over the hole. By the time you reach the pit of Malith, everyone besides the Imp Tizo seems to be feeling even worse than before. You sense a desire to leave this place as soon as possible. Whoa, another one. Seems good to bring Tizo at the same time he banishes himself all the time. Jadariel. You sense Jadariel's steel gaze well before you turn to her.
Liberatus.
Reader, rummaging about the wagon once again. Tell me something now that you are here.
Amerum.
Look at me. Are you afraid of me? You consider the question. You never before met someone like her, but do know something of what happens to those who remain in the downside for many years. She can be pretty intense. You tell her in a careful way that you have done your best thus far to not cross paths with her, and you wish to stay in her good graces. Indeed, it is comforting to note that my mere presence instills fear.
Tempra barem.
One day perhaps you too shall grow some horns, if you survive this place. That day shall put the fear you feel in some perspective. Now then, I shall go make my rounds. She walks away. You feel the floor of the wagon shake with her step. Ah. Okay, I should have said no, or maybe stayed silent. I don't want to bring her. Next trial, she'll be banished for ages. The Emperor's collapse. In the words of Gold Galathinian, the Master General, it was not long before the Empire began to crumble. With my liege gone, his own country quickly turned upon itself. I must admit that this collapse had started long before the Emperor's disappearance. His decision to give chase after a myth, but hastened the inevitable. All the while, the rope caller stood by, awaiting such a time as he could rule in my liege's steed. He would be our only our people's savior. Man, maybe I should. No, I'll keep reading it this way. His first charge was to organize a search for the missing Solium Mer. Warriors, pathfinders, and scholars heard the call and prepared to seek him out. Talking to herself. Greetings to you, lovely reader. I'm at your disposal. I guess we should talk to her every chance we get from now on. Are you sloshing all the way across the flagging hands right now? A hideous place, or so I understand, for I can neither see it nor experience its wondrous aroma, as you surely can, although perhaps you are accustomed to it by now. The Nightwings of the past misliked the place, of that I can assure you. We share a common misery. Now please leave me to mine, unless there is a service required me to render at this time. Goodbye. Until our next appointment. Book it in for next Tuesday. Alright. Hey guys, you know this place? A lot of folks, but not a lot of customers. Know what I mean? so have a look around. Hey, my Stardust. Oh, it's a dash of Stardust this time. Scribe Rod. +2 presence. +2 hope. I want to buy this first. So I can't buy the Scribe Rock anymore. All of these stay the same. 200. That's a lot. Do I care? Come see us again, guys. Alright. Let's get this party started. As you make preparations for the coming rite, you'll wonder if the stars above will even be visible through the dense fog hanging over the pit of Malith. Then. Tizo seems to be very concerned about something in the vicinity. The imp disappears in a hurry. Is Tizo alright? He was frightened. He was not frightened, he was issuing a warning. Silence. Everyone, take cover! Jodariel makes quick note of several hiding places among the nearby crags and rotted husks. You wait. Something about the place dampens your senses. All you feel is the creeping dread. Probably a bug dweller, I guess. And from the shadows, a writhing shape slides forward, its hulking form draped in raiments. The shape stops. Slowly, its head turns from one of you to the next, each in turn. Wise of you to hide yourselves from us, little Nightwings. Ye trespass on the resting place of the astral born. We shall see ye when the stars muster the courage to illuminate this place. The creature vanishes into the dark. After a time, your companions reconvene. It was a bug crane. Serpentine creatures native to the Commonwealth's southern bogs, widely feared. Guess like a Medusa. Indeed, that was Witch Uda Milda. Of the Withdrawn. Alright, that's who we're versing next. Harum. Tizo makes clear he has no love for Udmilda. Although the rites dictate she cannot harm you bodily with her. What? Although the rites dictate she cannot harm you bodily with her, best not to take unnecessary chances. We'll take chances what we get out of this, everyone. It's time. That felt like such an odd sentence.
Why, you made it, reader. Made it it all the way to the detestable pit of Melith. In doing so, of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the Withdrawn. The deranged witch who leads them has big plans in store, should she prevail in all this. Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat. But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
Current Udmilda sees your companions gathered by their pyre. So what do you call it? Melith. A little flame that shall never warm ye here, much less survive the night. Hear us, Islach. Islach? Islach? Whatever. A monstrosity described by the myths and ballads, those slain by the 8 scribes. Rookie trots forward from your ranks. Listen here, you old bag. You don't scare us one bit. You or your buddy is Islach. Now, are we doing this or what? The question hangs in the air for longer than is comfortable. It does seem to have drawn Udmilda's attention, however. Ricky begins to squirm, and Udmilda moves her slender fingers to her mask. Foolish, Islach grows, Islach shall grow, Islach shall grow. He shall consume ye, ere your little flame has died, that we shall ensure. Mudda slides up towards her. Ricky remains motionless for a time. Whoops. Nah, come on, Ricky. I'll bring you on this one. Let's go.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
So, Daryl. I can't see her level behind her. So it's close to 3. It's just in 2, 2, 2. All right. Hope 6. 12-second respawn time. Low morale. +1. Go Ricky. 7.3. 7? 7.7. 12. 7.3. Alright, Headwind, Tizo. Is that the same group I had last time? Might be best to get this over as quick as possible. Tizo, you don't have an item, so... Oh, it says by an adversary. Alright, I won't get that to Tizo. Give that to Tizo. Bay. Who did I bring last time? So Jodariel didn't come last time. Oh, Ricky didn't come last time because of Barker. Big Tizo. I'll bring Jodariel.
It is done.
Ah, I forgot to give the thingy Headwinds item to someone. No matter where you go, Islark shall find ye and devour ye. Oh, that's interesting. You got a different sort of aura.
In honor of the scribes.
Well, that was pretty easy. I don't know why. Budmilder, like. Zap. Go Grookey. I just gotta stop calling him Grookey. The lifeblood of Islah flows within the lair, this lair, and beneath this world. His lifeblood, it shall engulf ye in such blackness and despair. What'd she do? Put poison on the ground.
The witch invokes a profane name I shan't repeat. Best beware of foul sorceries. Banish each in turn.
I didn't jump in time. 3, 2, 1. No. Yeah, that was a bit silly of me. Alright. Okay, so.
An opportunity.
Oh my god, my frames are going again.
Tread lightly.
Boop.
Righteous fire.
I guess Jodara can probably finish it off.
A stifled effort. Quite the turn of events. Red-handed.
Oh, no!
Udmilda casts herself into the fire.
Oh, okay. Just 2v3 now.
Banishment.
Oh, god.
Verily,
10 more.
no more than a lick of flame remains.
I couldn't jump. Oh, no. What am I doing? I wasn't looking. 2, 1. Ah, no.
Throw it in.
What am I doing? I'm throwing. Not in a good way.
All for naught.
Ah, there we go. I made that way more difficult for myself than I needed to.
Once again prevail. Their pyre burns whilst that of their adversaries is but ash.
His butt ass.
The rite is complete.
See, those bog dwellers, they're just a bunch of hissy talk. Hey! Tizo praises everyone's courage against Urdmilder and the withdrawn. It would seem our adversaries failed to unnerve us. Islak. Okay, it is Islak. We have failed thee, and the deed shall be repaid in blood. As for ye, fools, ye shall be consumed, and everything around ye, from soil to the stars, ye shall see.
Boundless
I find it so hard to
opportunity
read.
thrives.
Oh, level 3. The part towards survival on the blood border. What's that one? Northern edge of the Commonwealth is a flat. Okay. Oh, that's where Headwind was a deserter. Nah, don't need that. +4 presence.
Until the next rite.
Having thwarted the withdrawn in a convincing manner, you and the others have some moment to recover from the ordeal in relative safety of the Black Wagon. So can you get out of here? What, Greentail? Had enough of Udmilda's hospitality for the time? Hi Jody, yeah, thanks, I'm good.
Vala requiescere.
The reader and the stars will point us the way as ever. It's just so far we've kept going north. If that's the case, again this time. The Sea of Solace spreads north and west from here, for untold leagues. I could not tell you the last a vessel dared to sail those waters. Tizo asserts himself during the conversation. What's the matter, little one? Tizo is trying to get you to come look at something outside. Rita, please go see what he wants. You excuse yourself and follow the imp into the dark of night. You find Bay and the lone minstrel already gazing up at the stars. Can you not read the stars yourself then, Mr. Minstrel? I fear it is not simple as a matter of can or cannot when it comes to me, Bay. We shall see what the reader has to say, for this is his chance. And here he is, in fact. Thank you for fetching him, Tizo. Tizo is happy to have obliged the lone minstrel. Reader, it would seem that the skies have cleared to some extent. Please look upon the stars to see where they compel us to go next. It's further north. It is. Ores, the Azura Star. The Azura Star burns bright over the ruins of a lost frigate in the Sea of Solace. The right beckons you still further north, towards the middle of the Sea of Solace. Guess we'll be going for a swim. That's not good. You're joking, right, chum? Does the reader seem like the joking type to you, Greentail? We do not argue with the stars. You talk like we can just go ride right into the water. Pardon my interruption, though perhaps we can. Say what? My client Sandalwood, he has a way of anticipating such eventualities. West of here lies a place called Big Bertrude's. The proprietor is an old companion of his. She may be able to assist us. A small bog dweller outpost on the edge of the sea. Headwind smile returns. That sounds like the best shot right now. Let's pack it up and move as soon as possible. Greetings, reader. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wish to tell you privately. If you have a moment, I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. Hear him out, obviously. You bid him to continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And I should further note matters that pertain directly to the rights I must reveal to you alone, and thus I am obliged. In any case, when you are confronted with the withdrawn and which Udmilda, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name, Islak, the astral born. I hesitate to even say it now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Udmilda as mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if you can even believe that. It was ruled over by the great titans. The one called Islak was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Islak's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rights. Interesting. However, Islak did not truly die, for by some accounts, it seems he was incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then it can return unto whatever plane that banished it to ours. So in a way, it is an exile, just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus, the ravings of Udmilda are more or less inconsequential for a while. Yet the history of Islak is inexorably linked to the rites, and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall lead you to discover more in time. I hope all this is for some good reassurance, and now I leave you to a more immediate concern. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. Heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest of the evening. Still have a chat to Sandra again. A visit from my favorite reader. What's the occasion? Oh, okay, it's grayed out, so I guess it's not worth chatting with her. Take care. I will probably end it there. Can I save? I'm gonna head in and out. Okay, I did save. Yeah, so I'll end this for now. I always have a blast. Obviously, when you're playing by yourself, you don't read out loud. But I've actually been enjoying like reading dialogue out loud and trying to get my vocabulary up and all that. I've always done all right, like at public speakings and things like that. So, oh well. In any case, thanks for whoever came in to watch. And for now, I'm gonna get the luck out of here. Peace.